So obviously 2024 was kind of a program changer. What does last season do for the program now moving forward?
Well, obviously, it was a great year. Those guys, we had so many graduates, and it was great for them to, end on that high note. We got to the regional, obviously, and won a conference championship. In the tournament, going forward, it just means expectations are even higher moving forward, and we're excited about that. We like to be the target. We want to be the best around, and last year obviously it was last year. We got to move on, and we have a ton of new guys, and obviously we got to play the first weekend there, which we'll talk about soon here. But all it means basically, expectations keep getting higher and higher around here, and that's the way we like it.
So what would you say your overall goals are now for this season, having talked about what occurred last year with a new group?
Our goals really do stay the same, whatever group they are. We want to win a conference championship first. We'd like to win, obviously, the regular season title. And then, obviously, you get into the conference tournament, anything can happen, but you obviously want to win that as well and get to a regional. That's going to be our goal here every single year. It has been. We finally reached it last year, which was great, but moving forward, our goals really do stay the same.
The schedule's underway, but what can you say about the non-conference schedule this year? A little bit of a different look than what you've seen over the past couple of years.
Yeah, we started with a good first weekend against two regional teams with Milliken and Webster. Got to split, which was tough, but like I said, two really good teams, and to be out there the first time on a real field and play was great to watch all the new guys. So moving forward here, we obviously play in a really good schedule. We play the whole Iowa Conference basically here to start in Florida. Obviously got some really good regional teams that we play there, but we're just going to want to play good ball. Every single day we play. We play singles every day out there just because the doubleheaders are so tough when we get back. So playing in 75, 80 degrees and playing really good teams, we'll see what we have. Obviously, we went undefeated in Florida last year, and that's going to be obviously very tough to replicate. But honestly, just go down there and play really good baseball and play hard and have fun and see what happens.
So 7 of your 9 positions in the first 2 games were newcomers. Let's kind of go position by position a little bit, talk about the newcomers and who's going to be taking those spots. Let's start with the catching spot.
Yeah, we got 3 really good catchers. Kevin Butler started the first 2 games, did a good job back there. But, Austin and Trenton behind him, obviously, like I said, we have 3 really good catchers. So we're really excited about the catching position. Obviously, losing Logan Gregorio was a huge loss. He's doing great right now at a Division I level, which is fantastic for him, and we're proud of him. But, moving forward here, we got 3 really good catchers that we're very excited about, and we'll see what happens there. We'll obviously use a few catchers all year. All these guys are going to get chances, but Kevin obviously started and did a great job back there. So,
on the infield side, one of your returners is there, Brennan Fisher. What else is shaking down in the infield?
Yeah, obviously Fish is back, and I think he could be the best player in the country, to be honest with you. Obviously, he hit a bomb, in our first game, and to hit a bomb in that weather was crazy, but, his powers, I think, is unmatched at this level. Second base, Matt Santarelli started the first couple games, did a really good job. Zach Fell was at short, and he did a really good job. And then Nick Castrovillari was at third. But the depth we have at each position, I truly is something I'm very excited about. We can plug and play a bunch of guys. I don't think we've ever had this much depth, which is especially in the infield, which is great for us moving forward in case someone does get hurt or someone's struggling. We can just plug someone else in. But we have a bunch of guys very hungry in the infield, ready to play. And we'll see what happens here moving forward.
Just to follow up on that, how do you keep getting more depth? Because I know we've talked the last couple of years about how deep you guys have been, and here you are saying again this year that you're even deeper than you've been previously.
I think a lot of it is when you win, people want to come play for a winning program. They love our coaching staff. Our assistants just are unbelievable at what they do. So I think that's a big benefit. Guys know we care about them and want to be a part of it. And I think that's why we just keep getting better and better players. And they want to win a conference championship tournament, go to regional, all that kind of stuff. So I think the sky's the limit there. Just so you know.
George Batevis back in the outfield, but you got a couple of other bodies around him as well. What's the outfield look like?
Yeah, obviously George is back in center. Kyle Campbell's an absolute stud playing right field, and Mike Bedorik's a Division I transfer. He started in left. So we have that, but we have a ton of depth out there as well. Bunch of guys hungry to get out there and play, and they're all going to get chances as well. We played 10 games in Florida, 8 varsity and 2 split squad games, and I get to see everybody. That's the best part about going to Florida is everyone's going to get chances to play. When they play well, they know they're going to keep playing. So I'm truly very excited about our outfield. We also have a DH. Pat Nelson started there, but we can tinker with that spot too because, like we talked about, the depth we have. So a bunch of guys are going to get chances here, especially in Florida here. Try to get the best lineup together so when we start conference, we're moving at the best pace we want to and really playing well moving forward at that time.
Now, on the pitching staff side of things, you do have a lot of returners there, but there's a lot of different roles that they're going to have to step into. Let's start on the starting staff right now. Obviously, you had the chance to participate in a couple of games over the weekend, but it seems like there's a lot of depth there for you now as well.
Yeah, I think the pitching staff is obviously a real strength of ours. All right. Connor Kendall's back, had an unbelievable freshman year last year. He started game one and actually threw the ball very, very well. And then CJ Jensick, I thought, was the story of the weekend. He transferred in and basically was unhittable against Webster. He was up to 94, 95 miles an hour, throwing 3 pitches for strikes. And he was probably as good of an opening game as I've seen in a long, long time. And then obviously we got I think the best closer in the country in Austin Pizer came in and did his thing. But many guys are going to get chances out there. I think we're 13, 14 deep out there on the mound, to be honest with you. So we always throw a bunch of guys, double-digit innings. We're not one to, throw 1 or 2 pitchers all the time. Getting Jackson Bond and John Creviston back, they're going to throw here in Florida, obviously is a huge plus for us, but I could go up and down the line here on our pitching staff. I think so many guys are going to contribute this year to what we have out there, but pitching staff is definitely, what Coach O'Malley does with those guys is a huge, huge strength for us, and they're going to lead us to the promised land, hopefully.
All right, so having played a couple of games before you head to Florida, what did you learn about your team on Monday?
Oh, it's a tale of 2 games. Milliken, nickel, and dimed us. They kept getting, hit after hit out there, which we just were like, man, they're just finding every hole, and they did a great job. Coach Townsend does an awesome job with that team. I thought we actually hit the ball very good in the first game. They just hit them right at people. I thought we pitched fine. We hardly walked anybody. Again, they just kept finding holes, and that's just baseball, The second game is more like, I think, how we're going to play. We pitched it extremely well. Our defense was outstanding. Nick Cashvallari played an unbelievable third base in 2 games. I thought he was the story defensively. And we got timely hitting. Kyle Campbell had 2 huge hits for us in that game to, put us up 5-0. That's, I think, going to be our style this year. We're going to run. We're going to bunt. We're going to do a bunch of things offensively. We can't really rely on the home run as much as we have in the last couple of years with obviously Kevin Bushnell and Logan Goriel gone. But I can just tell you, we're going to play hard. We're going to run. We're going to do things offensively. But our pitching and defense, I think, is going to be just truly our strength this year.
Anything to add?
No, I'm just really excited about the year. When you get a bunch of new people like this, opinions vary on how we're going to be. The only opinions we really are about ourselves, how hard we're going to play, and we're going to compete every single game. And I think everyone around the country knows that. So we can't wait to get moving forward, get playing here, moving forward in Florida. I love that we got to play 2 games already, and we're just excited to get to nice weather and go play some really, really good baseball down there against good teams.